Wonderful, wonderful performance then in the senior girls 100 metres. Melissa Hansen, the winner, but let's give you the full result just to update all that. And here it is. Melissa Hansen, Georgie Lamotte and Laura Robson did get through to third place. 12.10, 12.23, 12.28. Look at that, minus 1.2 metres per second. Well, I wonder what Melissa Hansen had to say about that. She's with Mark Richardson.
Well, I'm joined by the winner of the senior girls 100 metre, Melissa Hansen. Melissa, you seem to be in a little bit of disbelief. Can you actually, is it sunk in that you're the champion?
Can't believe it. I finally actually won something. Oh my God, I'm so happy.
What was your aspiration coming into this competition?
I don't know, just had to win. Something that's just, I don't know what to say.
And now that you've got there, what does it mean to you? Can you try and explain that to us?
It means so much. People that's believed in me and that can't finally prove them that I can actually be something. Get what I mean? Yeah.
Well, you've made so many people proud today. Congratulations. Well done, Melissa.
Thank you so much.
Just 6/100ths of a second separate the leading five in this senior boys 100 metre title, so it is one of the blue ribbon events. It also promises to be one of the tightest. There's Kieran Williams of Middlesex. He finished 8th in the English Championships last weekend in Bedford, a 10.73 man. Anthony Roderick, the Harrow athlete, wearing the colours of Middlesex here, 10.94, his fastest time this year, so he's another sub-11 performer. Kwame Fordwar of Avon runs for the Bristol club, 10.87 this season. He ran that time in winning the Avon Schools title. Finished 8th in the English Schools Junior 200 metres, that was 3 years ago. Jordan Toth of West Yorkshire, Holmfirth Harrier, the West Yorkshire Schools champion, also won the Yorkshire County title, 10.78 this year. Ben Shields of South Yorkshire, Rotherham Harrier, perhaps the favourite here. His first year in the age group, so he will have another tilt at this title in 12 months' time. Second in the recent Northern Championships. Leon Reid of Avon runs for Bristol, 10.73. Wearing 52, Sam Lansborough of Mersey runs for Wirral AC, 10.77 he's run this year, so another major contender. And on the outside, Ryan Palmer of Cambridgeshire runs for Huntingdonshire, 10.89. Only finished second though in the Cambridgeshire County Championships. So 8 men, 1 title, 6/100ths separate the fastest 5 here. You may well be able to throw a blanket over the leading contenders as they go through the finish line. Perhaps the favourite, right in the middle, in lane 5, wearing the colours of South Yorkshire, Ben Shields. There he is, Shields, 4th in Bedford a week ago. Well, there's a little bit of movement there from Shields. I don't think he necessarily broke from the blocks, but there was a bit of fidgeting, and certainly there was a bit of movement from the upper body. Be interesting to see who's credited with this.
Well, it was clearly, you're quite right, it was clearly Ben Shields, and he needs to get away. He is the favourite in a sense, but you look at Jordan Toth, who's got a 10.78 to his credit this season, against Shields' 10.79. But it's about racing, and we'll see. But there's the yellow card, means another one of those, another false start, and he's out of it. So he's got to be careful now. He's got to sit back.
Well, there's a fair amount of rivalry in the county of Yorkshire, and Toth both from different parts of the county. Toth, you can see on the right there, wearing 85, the colours of West Yorkshire. On his right, Ben Shields, South Yorkshire. Holmfirth Harrier up against a Rotherham Harrier. But look out for Williams in lane 1 as well. Not the best lane draw, but if he gets it right, he's very fast indeed. So no problem for Shields this time, and Shields with Toth alongside him over on the far side. Look out for Williams. We're coming through. Here is Toth, and Toth it is who's running away from the field. I think that Shields may well have hung on to second place, but in the final there was only one man. The Holmfirth Harrier, Jordan Toth, ran away from his field, and he is the senior boys champion.
Yeah, 10.71, and there's a young fellow who won't be happy with that at all, because he was well beaten on the day, was Ben Shields, and the Yorkshire battle was won indeed by the man from West Yorkshire. Very, very good start. If anything, Ben Shields hesitated just a little bit. He had to, really, had to get away, but certainly Toth looked good. He's high in the blocks. Look at him, head down, slowly coming up, both of them really. But the sheer power to get away from those starting blocks and to establish a little bit of lead. Once you've got that little bit of a lead, then peripheral vision will show and will put pressure on others. Look at this, the way he goes away from the rest of the field here. It was a dominant piece of running in the end. That was an easy win. We thought it would be blanket, but in the end it wasn't. It was a very, very easy win indeed. And nothing Ben Shields could do about it on that occasion. At high stepping, different technique, different style, let's say that, but it was a very fine run.
Well, he's still a very tidy sprinter, isn't he? He's rewarded with not only the English Schools title, but also a lifetime best, 10.71, some way short of the English Schools record. Mike Powell ran in Kirby, 31 years ago, 10.4. They didn't even have electronic timing back in those days. But the current champion is that man, Jordan Toth, for West Yorkshire. He is the senior boys 100-metre champion. Well, let's turn now to Mikhail, who's taking a look at things in the javelin.
And this is what happened in the javelin. It seems to be a big upset day for field events today. This is a guy, Jordan Carter from South Yorkshire, one of the favourites for a medal today. And this is in the second round, and that javelin winging its way out over that final line is 60 metres, so that throw 62, 63 metres, something in that region. Very solid technique, just manages to stop before the line. That javelin sails out there to 62. We'll wait for the guys. 62.35. You see 58 in the first round. That was his only throw over 60 metres. And this is the pre-event favourite, Joseph Dunderdale from Lincolnshire, through 72 metres 55 only last weekend, so in great form. And this is him, I believe, in the last round. Really hits the javelin, but you can see going up a little bit too steep. And that one again, it's way over to the right of the sector, and that was 64.59. That put him into the lead, but by the fact that we're showing him now, it means that someone overtook him. You can see his competitors trying to help him there. He threw it too steep, it went too high, and the wind stopped it. And this is the surprise winner. This is the 5th attempt. Had a personal best coming into this, Stephen Turnock, of 64.45. You see, very tidy, a lot of crossovers on the run-up, but hits that javelin very, very high and very, very hard. And it wings its way out to the left-hand side of the sector. He can see it's a good one. And that came in the 5th round, so he's already in the silver medal position. And that's a great throw. His coach, George Eccles, will be absolutely delighted with that, and doing a personal best. Waiting for the distance, and there it is, 65 metres 48, and that was in the 5th round. The gold medal, personal best, superb performance.
So the senior boys 100-metre champion is Jordan Toth. He coped with the false start. The win, well, a little bit behind him. 10.71, it's a lifetime best. He is an English Schools champion. Ben Shields in second place, the second Yorkshireman, 10.84. And Leon Reid it was of Avon who came through for third, 10.84.
Well, it's the senior girls 800 metres final now, and what a good one it should be. Grace Roberts of North Yorkshire in lane 1. Jenny Beckingham of Hampshire in 2. Samantha Redgrave of Essex in 3. Jenny Walsh of West Yorkshire in 4. Alex Bell of West Yorkshire in 5. Rebecca Linney of Mersey in 6. Rachel McClay of Hampshire in lane 7. And Molly Renfer of Surrey in lane 8. Well, there are a couple of good athletes in this. Certainly Jenny Walsh. That's Jenny Walsh, West Yorkshire. The favourite, have run the Euro under 20 1500 metre qualifying time, incidentally, at Bedford, and taken both the Northern 800 and 1500 metre titles. So this 800 metre final, we'll see how she goes here. But Alex Bell, the other young athlete from West Yorkshire, may well feature in this. Certainly Rebecca Linney has gone out into the lead, into the back straight, and along with Molly Renfer, those two come along. And also Samantha Redgrave has come across to take the lead now, wearing number 27. From the Essex County, the 2:11.03, she ran a personal best in the heat. But now the principal, Jenny Walsh, has gone into the lead now and establishing the race itself, the tenor of the race. She's in total control at the moment.
Well, it's a running style all of her own, isn't it? The pitter-patter feet, the short stride, but Jenny Walsh, head down, is leading them through the first 300 metres, and it looks like we're going at a fairly decent clip here. The English Schools Championship record, Danny Barnes running for Devon. That was 8 years ago, 2:05.18. So if we want to challenge that, we're looking at a time somewhere round about 62 seconds at the bell, and we're pretty much on that sort of pace.
63 seconds, just outside 63 seconds on the race. First is Walsh, second is Bell, third is Linney. Leading the chasing group there is Redgrave, Samantha Redgrave, and behind Samantha Redgrave is Molly Renfer from Surrey. There's a little bit of a gap opening up between the leading three now, with Walsh, the Spenborough club, so well running over 1500 metres this season already, so she's got good strength endurance and obviously speed endurance too, and she's really stretching them out. A sudden burst, or rather a subtle burst of increased pace has really taken these two. Jenny Walsh and Alex Bell slightly away now, and this has become a county championship now, and a very talented duo it is. Now, which one will prevail here? Will it be Alex Bell or will it be Jenny Walsh? They're very, very even in terms of time over 800 metres, but of course the 1500 metre strength of Jenny Walsh are proving to be just a little bit too much. So those three who established themselves early on in the race have got it. Jenny Walsh takes it, 2:07.57. In second place was Alex Bell. In third place, Rebecca Linney. And a big smile on that face. It went to the form book, 2:07.57 for Walsh is a new personal best. She ranked 5th in the United Kingdom coming into this race, but that's just a little bit better, and obviously the work she's doing over 3 3/4 laps of the track is giving her the strength endurance, and obviously she's a little bit quick too. She's got good speed at the end of a race of this kind, so good run.
Yes, you saw that additional strength, didn't you, over the last 150 metres or so. The bell passed in just outside 63 seconds, but in the end it's Spenborough, which beats Pudsey and Bramley. A real battle in West Yorkshire, you can see at that point. Rebecca Linney was holding on to the pace, but over the course of the last 250 metres, the pace at the front really being driven by Jenny Walsh, and she kicked on, she kept the head down, she was never more than a couple of inches or so away from the curb, and this was that final kick, wasn't it? How often in the years, the great days of Sebastian Coe, did you see the great man, also a man who spent a lot of his time in Yorkshire, of course, kicking and kicking and kicking again. And that's exactly what Jenny Walsh did there. And in the end, she ran out a comfortable winner. A victory there for Spenborough and District. Good time, good performance. Anyway, she's down at trackside now, talking to Mark Richardson.
Well, Jenny, a fine performance. You really seem to grind down the opposition.
Oh, thank you, and that's my style of running. I like to run at the front and hold on for as long as I can, and luckily enough I managed to hold on all the way today.
So in terms of your race tactics going into the race, was that what you were imagining might happen?
I was hoping to go through in 62, so I was a bit slower, but then I really kicked on from the bell and managed to hold off Alex, and I mean, she's a great competitor. So yeah.
And it just shows that you're building up a real championship pedigree, so be able to have a race plan, execute it so well and emerge as a champion must be a fantastic feeling.
Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant, and I've got to thank my coach Debbie. She's been